Hey fans, it's Neil. It's Neil at Data+Train. Welcome to another live stream, a weekly live stream. This time we're doing it on a Thursday. We will mix the days around a little bit, but this week we managed to sneak this in on a Thursday. So welcome, welcome. And what are we covering tonight? Very good question. If you do want to say hello in the chat, do kind of put something in the chat window, and we do have that all set up this week. So I'm glad I was able to get that kind of figured out. It was a miss key, so I needed to put a different key code in and I managed to figure that one out. So tonight we're going to cover talking about some upcoming conferences. We're going to talk about 2 dates that we have for our dashboard in the day. So we have the very first one, which is next week on Monday the 28th of September. Sorry, the 21st of September, I should say. And that's 9:30 to 4 o'clock British Summer Time. So 9:30 in the morning start, and we walk away through to about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We take a little bit of a lunch break and a couple of breaks mid-morning and mid-afternoon. But it's if we're doing it as a workshop inside of kind of a classroom, how we've done them before. We've done up to 80 students in those before, but this time it would just be a virtual delivery, and we're going to limit the class to 50 students. So we're going to have a couple of people available to help with questions and instructions and give you all the details around that. And I'm going to tell you how you're going to be able to sign up for that one, and it's completely free. We do have a second date, and that one is the 28th, so the following Monday. But that's a slightly later time of the day, and it's more for the European and US time zone. So we're doing that from 12 o'clock UTC through to, 12:30 UTC through to, I think, 1900 UTC. So it's kind of whatever the kind of start and end times are. I have it written down somewhere, which I'll show you later. But you're going to be able to sign up for that one, so you'll be able to come to one or the other. What we're going to do, we're going to limit you to just attending one of those. So we're given 2 different time zones, 2 different start times, so make the one that's most appropriate for your time zone. So that's going to be fantastic. What else do we have? Well, we do have our public DA100, 4-day DA100 Power BI Analyzing with Power BI course on the 19th to the 22nd of October. So I'm just going to bring that one up. Actually, I'm just going to just grab that there. So this is the dates, 19th to the 22nd of October. The student ticket, if I click on this and show you, we go into there. Currently it says $895. Don't worry, we're going to give you a big discount on that. Click on one for a ticket, click next, and put in the promo code of train. I will put all the details in those descriptions below. Click apply, and you'll see that the price immediately halves to £447.50 British pounds, including VAT. And if you need an invoice and anything else, we can sort that out. But essentially, go in and you can kind of register and make your payment and join. We have 10, get those digits in the picture there, 10 only tickets at that price. So it's a one-time delivery in 2020 at this very, very low price. And we will be doing more deliveries next year, but they'll be at a higher price and be back to kind of the 895 or higher. It depends on when we're going to run them. So we'll have some really cheap ones right now for you, some really low cost ones. It's the same course you'll go if you go to any of the main training providers. The reason why I know that is because they come knocking on my door, and some of my trainers who have the certification to be able to teach this one. Not only that is I was involved also in delivering the previous course, the 7778, and I helped Microsoft with some of their sessions on what content was going to be for this DA100, what's the revised exam certification main objectives were, and also some of the exam questions as well. So I'm going to be a great instructor to be able to kind of give you what you need to learn in order to pass this certification. So coming up, you get the details in the description below for the links, everything else, and the code, but this is going to be one of those. What else do we have with you? Well, we have a number of upcoming conferences literally on our doorstep. So I'm going to walk through this very quickly, just to make you sure you're aware of them, which ones you might want to go and attend. Let's pick the first one, which is next week, the Ignite session. So it's all virtual. There's nearly 800 sessions, absolutely massive number of sessions here. Get along. You can also go and find free certification kind of exam vouchers by taking some of their challenges. So if you go into the connection zone and go to the learning zone, I think I can zoom in. Oh, wrong one. Let's go back. There we go, learning zone there. And in here, if you go into one of the challenges, you'll be able to get some free certification exam vouchers and win prizes as well. So do sign up for the Cloud Skills Challenge. There's some other workshops from Microsoft Learn and some great resources just at your fingertips there during those several days that we have next week. So if you're not aware, basically it's running between the 22nd and the 24th of September. There's some awesome speakers just coming in to kind of learn about. I will put some links below in the description for the Ignite course and conference rather. Okay, let's look at the next one. For those in the UK will probably be very familiar with this conference called SQL Bits. And naturally, we had some challenges where the event actually was going to be at the Excel Centre. But unfortunately, that got reprovisioned as a hospital during the COVID. So we're not holding it virtually this year. It's going to go completely virtual. So it's not in person, it's going to go completely virtual. And it's happening 29th of September through to the 3rd of October. So go and sign up, go and look at the pricing, go look at what's there. There's some awesome pre-cons. There's going to be some awesome content for normal sessions. It's going to be a different experience this year. We've not done a virtual one before. They've not held one as virtual. I've been to a good number of them. I've probably spoken at probably 8 or 9 of them. This year, I'm not going to be a presenter, and I'm going to enjoy being a virtual attendee. So I've signed up, I've paid my money, I'm going to be there. I'm looking forward to it. So that's going to be awesome. Go and look at sqlbits.com for details. Again, I'll put a description in below for you to look at that. There's also one of the partners I have, and I was aware of this, is early October, there's a virtual one-day conference happening called Accelerate 2020. And it's from the SQL Century 1 folks. Now, I keep calling them SQL Century, but they are Century 1. The name changed a while back. It's just stuck in my head as Century 1 now. So go and look at what they have, and they have some great content. Same as the likes of kind of people like Redgate and stuff. They put on these one-day conferences and multi-day conferences every now and then, and they have some awesome speakers, awesome sessions. Go and check out what's in there. Here's some of the confirmed sessions that they're having. Look at the price. It's free. You can't get better than that, can you? Okay, so recommend that they do that. They've already had, I think, over 500 people sign up, and they've only just released this. It's got another 9,500, I think, people available. They've got a great platform laid out for you. They are awesome. Have a chat with them. Look at some of the sessions. So, again, a full day. Go and see what they have. You're probably also aware of the Data Platform Summit 2020 sessions. So today they released another of the second release of the sessions, 102 sessions. And I've highlighted my session that I'm going to be doing this year. So we kind of make that a little bit larger. One sec, just going to kind of pump that up a little bit. So I'm doing a session on data science feature engineering, and this is my session. You can find it on there, the session agenda schedule. But it's going to be all about kind of feature selection engineering with data science and things like principal component analysis and using tools like Jupyter Notebooks, etc. So I've got a fantastic session, I hope, that I'm working on right now. I'm kind of fine-tuning it, getting it kind of rehearsed, getting it all ready, and I'm looking forward to delivering that one. It's the first time I'm going to do this specific session. But this leads me on to another session that I'm actually going to have later in the year at the SQL Pass Summit, the Pass Virtual Summit this year. Again, gone virtual, and this one I'm doing there is a kind of Azure Data Science and AI Project Approach. So what this is a session. Let me just get a little bit bigger for you. It's kind of a, wrong one. There we go. I want to get rid of that. And I want to make that one a bit bigger. There we go. So this is about approaching your data science projects, your AI projects, and where do you start? How do you start those projects? How do you work out how to gather the right information? How do you work as a team on this? So we're looking at kind of approaches and techniques and strategies you can employ to make your data science projects a success. Okay, so I'm going to do a half day, 2.5 hour session, morning or afternoon, one of the days. I'm not sure exactly which one it's going to be yet. They haven't told me. But that's in November. So that's November the 4th to the 6th, I recall. But let me just have a look. 10th to the 13th. I knew there was some dates in there somewhere. So that's in order. We've got Ignite next week. Then we got SQL Bits. We got Century One Accelerate 2020. Then we got the DP 2020, and then we got the PASS Summit. So some great content coming your way in these different conferences. Not only that, there's a number of other user groups and meetups and others that are coming. I know I've got some lined up for later in the year. Again, some of the workshops I did were with the Microsoft Reactor workshops. They're 2-hour kind of sessions, and I've signed up for some more of those, and they're going to come, I think, in November or December, but I haven't got the dates exactly locked down yet. But got some more content again around data science and Jupyter notebooks, I think, and there's some other new stuff as well in there that I'm going to confirm once I know exactly which dates and which courses we're delivering. So some really cool stuff coming. But let's go and have a quick look at what we also have around the certification, because if you're going to go to Ignite, do that challenge, because you can then get an exam certification kind of voucher to go and take one of the certifications from Microsoft. And that's going to be a large range of, I think there's about 30 or 40 certifications you can get a voucher for. They're going to be awesome for you to be able to kind of like, right, let me do my study, Microsoft Learn, maybe a course or two if I need to kind of do that. But then I'm going to go and have a good attempt at this exam. Now, you know what, if you pass, fantastic. If you weren't quite meeting the pass rate, which is 700 out of 1,000, then you had a free go. But you now know what the exam kind of curtails. So you'll know where your strengths and weaknesses are. And that brings us on to how do I kind of do preparation. So one of the things I'm going to look at is the Pluralsight. Now you probably maybe going to Pluralsight before, but there's something called Pluralsight Role IQ. So I'm just going to sign in. Just going to sign in with one of my accounts here. There we go. I'm going to go to the Role IQ here, and that's going to give me the different kind of roles. So there's a data scientist one, there's an Azure developer, Azure AI, data engineer one, the BI one for Power BI. So let's go look into this one very quickly, and you can see that there's different kind of skills you can measure on, like Excel and data analytics and data visualization. There's also Power BI, and you can go and take these short tests that help you determine where your strengths and weaknesses are. So are you ready for that specific certification? You know, are you at the right level? Now, what it would do is once you've done that, it will kind of give you a personalized content, and it will show you different courses that's available on the Microsoft, the Microsoft kind of materials in Pluralsight that cover those topics that you want to do. So here, you know, you maybe need to kind of get better at doing the dates and times, looking at kind of cleaning up the text values, or maybe just understanding the kind of understanding of what Power BI is doing and how to fix errors in your workflow. So a bunch of different kind of courses that will hone in on how to use kind of Power BI, how to do certain tasks. But what we can do is we can go and look at the exam objective domains for the DA100 and see what they have in there. So let's go to the DA100. Realize I haven't really spoken today, so I'm starting to talk and go, I can't talk. So I need to, I'm on my own today, so I've not been talking to myself at all. So my voice is a bit crackly, so sorry about that. So here's the exams that we are looking at. So in here, we've got the 5 different kind of areas that you're going to be tested on. Now, the coverage of all 5 of those will mean that you'll have 100%. Now, if you look at the online learning free, you'll see there's a learning pass for all of the materials for the Microsoft DA100. And you can click on those and go through those modules. There's also the instructor-led course, and that is the DA100 that I was giving you information about earlier, and that's that student course that we were looking at here. So if you want to kind of get a 13-module, 4-day, in-depth view of what's actually kind of inside of that course, then that's a good instructional course. And at £447.50 for 4 days is basically giving it away, to be honest. You know, there's costs of running these courses and hiring instructors and kind of paying wages. So, you know, what we're doing is pretty much full at cost, and I'm not being funny there. It is pretty much being run at the lowest cost we can make it possible. But we want to give that opportunity out to at least 10 people to go and take that. And then you can get your free voucher from Microsoft. That's £130 saved, so that's cool. So let's go back to this again for a second. Now, if you want to learn more about what's in those, I do have a whole certification series that I have been working on a little bit, but I must admit I've had less time than I was hoping for recently to do that. But here's the DA100 certification. And I do have notes, and I've got other stuff I'm working on to kind of make this available for people to learn the fundamentals, learn what's going to happen. So I'm going to break down and do a bunch of videos. The timeline I originally set myself for doing these deliveries unfortunately got blown out from a client project. It's the nature of the beast. You kind of, those come along and at usually the wrong time, and you have to just kind of grab them and deal with them. So I pretty much finished that project today. So I'm really looking forward to climbing back on this training workhorse and start pumping out those videos. So I'm really looking forward to getting those done as quick as I can over the next few weeks, and the gaps I have between other work I've got scheduled in. But, you know, I'm looking forward to pumping out more information. So if you've not seen the YouTube channel videos already, go and have a look at those, see what they have there, Cole. So let's go and also look at what we have. Let's go back. Not that one, to, where was I going back to? Managed to lose my place here. There we go. Student ticket, no. Did I get rid of it? Okay, let me go back to the main one there and go to browse and go to the DA100. Must have clicked forward a link or something. Oops, oh, wrong area. There we go. Certifications. Okay, there we are, DA100. Okay, so let's get back to that. So this is where we have all those different skills. I've been breaking these down into what is the content inside of these. And we started to do some videos around some of the content. And I'm going to be doing more of these videos, to say, over the next few weeks and catch up a little bit. But over the next next 2 or 3 more months, so August we started to do this. We did some in September. We're going to continue the rest of September, October, November. And yeah, we're going to kind of get this out the door as quick as we can and give you the right content for sharing that. I'm working in some, well, I've got not kind of workshops, but I've got kind of study sessions, which are going to be 2-hour live chats essentially on YouTube that are going to be able to kind of just do a Q&A. So we're going to organize those for October and November. So if you're getting close to being ready to take your exam and you're not kind of confident, you want to drum some questions through to an instructor, I'll let you know, but they're going to be in October and also November, and maybe also into December as well. We'll have a session as well, and we're going to have a couple in each month, and you can join us and kind of throw your questions at us and get maybe a better understanding about, you know, maybe a parent hierarchy, child hierarchy, kind of what that is and the details if you weren't quite sure. But yeah, we will hold some of those as well. So I'll give you details about those as they come up in the weekly sessions as we go forward. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Let's go back to there for a second. And hopefully the stream is good. I've got a new microphone that's now attached to me. and routing through my Rodecaster Pro system. So it should be nice and what they call toasty in terms of the audio there. If it's a little bit too loud, a little too quiet, let me know. I've tried to adjust it, but it's hard for me to exactly know how well it's coming across the other end. I can see some meters going like crazy, and I'm hoping I've got it dialed in just right. I did some tests. Okay, let's see what else we have. Don't want the Twitter, let's get rid of that. No, we don't want the Data+Train. While we're here, here's where the videos will be. And if you want to see my setup, what I'm doing here, all of the background information, kind of all of the new studio that we have. You want to see that? I have a little video I posted a couple of days ago called YouTube, 10-screen YouTube studio. I actually have 10 screens across all of my setup here. So quite a considerable number of screens here. But yeah, have a quick look. It's a fun little video I put up there because people were asking what kit I had, and I've explained it a little bit in that one. Okay, so let's go back to the DA100 and just validate that this one was out of beta recently, but it's due to be updated on the 24th of September. So have a look at what it's doing. Have a look at what the changes are. So if you look at kind of where the track changes set it on, if you go down, and I think do we have it in this version? So you see that we basically are having a revised version. That's one of the reasons why I've also kept a little bit back from actually doing a lot of the things I was waiting for this to come out. And now that we've seen a few changes, I can resume my kind of training. I don't want to do a whole bunch of training and then find that a lot of it got cut or it's different and have to redo that training and let people know about the changes. So I kind of held horses a little bit on that. But now I kind of know that this is out, I can go back and start resuming the training for that. So this is where I wanted to make you aware of is this training is changing in terms of the exam content from the 24th, okay? So if you're gonna go into the dashboard on the day, either the 21st or 28th, and you wanna probably know how to get that. So I'm gonna put it in the chat window. At the moment, I was speaking to Microsoft earlier in the week, and unfortunately, because it's an international opportunity for them, I have to go for a number of additional kind of programs to get validated. I can control the data through those international programs. I can receive it. And that's taking a bit longer than we anticipated. So for now, all I'm asking people to do is to send me an email to neil@beaconintel.co.uk, and I will send you the link directly back through email on the sign up on the 21st or the 28th kind of meeting. So what is the link for that meeting? Okay, so the meeting, and I put these details in the instructions, but the description below is the instruction. But basically, meeting info, you need to send me an email, and it's neil@beaconintel.co.uk. Send Neil email, and I will respond with the link to the team meeting that we're going to use for the 21st and the 28th. Okay, so the website and the sign up and everything else, that's taking a bit longer and it won't be ready for these two deliveries. So we'll have to go old school a little bit and go to email in order to do that. All I need is your full name and your email address. So essentially send me an email and I've got all that content, and I'll send you back a list of instructions, any prerequisites that we want you to get in play, but we do cover that on the course as well. So it's neil@beaconintel.co.uk. It's in the chat window. It's going to be in the description below. So make sure that you read that. I'll put that up straight after I've done this. And once it's been processed, it will be ready in about an hour or so on YouTube. And then you can kind of join that if you want to on the 21st or the 28th. So we look forward to having one of you join on that days, etc. Cool. Let's see, just checking the stream itself. Cool. And if you haven't subscribed, folks, do us a big favor. Not only subscribe, Make sure you hit that notification bell, by the way, because otherwise you don't get notified when we put new content up. But do a thumbs up, a like if you see the content and you like the content. It makes a big difference, lot more than you think to us, especially the small YouTubers. We've been going for about 3 months now on YouTube. We're still getting, to find out how to use the platform and do stuff. But we've got 900 plus subscribers and 15,000 views. We're getting there, but we've got a long way to go. And we're looking at this as a very long-term kind of collaborative community effort to share our news, share our training. Power BI is not the only thing we're going to do. We're going to do data science. We're going to do the data platform, so SQL Server, big data clusters. We're doing Python languages, you name it. And we're also covering the AI topics as well. So we're talking about AI, talking about data science. So look forward to seeing you guys in another video, another live stream very, very soon. If you have any questions, kind of get ready for that. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, nothing in the chat window. So I will see you guys very, very soon in the next video, which is next Thursday, 8:30. But if you want to be on for the 21st of September's Power BI Dashboard of the Day, email me, neil@beaconintel.co.uk, and I'll send you all the details. I look forward to maybe seeing a couple of you there. Bye for now. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you folks soon, and stay safe.